morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. It's 5 o'clock today. I'm Adam Atchison.
And I'm Rebekah Hager. We want to get a look outside before we get started here so you get an idea of what's happening. I know yesterday was such a crazy morning. This is Powers and Carefree Circle. You still see a little bit of snow on the road, right? We're dealing with that throughout the morning. More details on traffic just ahead. But before we get to Sydney and Jordan, we want to talk about some school delays. Several school districts and charter schools are on 2-hour delays again this morning. Peyton School District is actually closed today. Now, all of these delays and closings are on our website, kktv.com. So if you don't get a chance to look through all these, or if you have questions later, just head to our website and we will update it when we hear more about any delays or closings.
Yeah, the side streets are really going to be the issue today. I know Jordan's watching all of that as we get going. Let's begin, though, with the 11 breaking weather leader and find out if we're going to face.
Hey, Adam, Rebekah, back to you.
Thank you. We want to give you another look out at the roads from someone who's actually out there this morning so you know what to expect for your morning drive.
11 News reporter Jenna Middaugh has been driving in the passenger seat this morning. Jenna, how did things compare to yesterday? I think.
All right, Jenna, thank you. Those side roads definitely don't want to take it slow.
I see. New from overnight.
Time is 5:05 and dozens of FBI agents are coming forward anonymously in a new report saying critical investigations are now suffering because of the government shutdown. And they say it's potentially putting our security at risk. The agents say some of the operations that are in danger include crimes against children, sex trafficking, drug and gang crimes, and counterterrorism. The report also says the FBI has lost key informants that have infiltrated groups at the center of terror investigations. Right now, nearly 13,000 FBI agents are working around the clock without pay. This is developing. Teachers in Denver could soon go on strike as early as Monday. More than 5,000 educators in the district would be affected. Our sister station reports almost all of them voted in favor of a strike yesterday. Denver Public Schools says it has offered a proposal that would increase teacher salaries by an average of 10%. But the union representing teachers says the idea actually includes an already promised cost of living increase, and they want an across-the-board pay hike of 10 to 12%. The school district says it's preparing for a possible strike by turning to substitute teachers. They're recruiting federal employees furloughed by the partial government shutdown as potential subs. An attack on 2 gay men in Austin, Texas over the weekend is now being investigated as a hate crime. Tristan Perry and Spencer Deering say they were severely beaten up by a group of men early Saturday. They said it happened after one attacker hurled homophobic slurs at them. Perry and Deering were knocked unconscious and ended up in the hospital with serious head and facial injuries. Deering now says he's glad police are investigating. Police have recovered some surveillance video from the night of the attack. It may help track down the people who did this. A film about a Colorado Springs police officer who infiltrated the KKK is up for several Academy Awards. You may have heard about this when they were announced. Black Klansman is about Ron Stallworth. He was the first African-American detective to work for CSPD. The film cast and crew were nominated in several categories, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actor.
Good for them. We'll see how it plays out here in weeks. And they're aimed at beginner and intermediate players. So now this one's for the more advanced player, the more finessed player.
You know, I just feel a little more relaxed after hearing that short little clip of the guitar this morning.
Great way to start the morning, especially after yesterday when we had so much chaos when it came to the storm.
We needed a little bit of that soothing music.
By the way, real quick, Callahan School District is on a 2-hour delay.
Plus, pedestrian deaths are on the rise. You know, we know it's about distracted driving, but experts say it's more than that. Later on, the changes advocates say need to be made to our roads. And let's get a look outside at our roads here in Colorado Springs. You can see here at this intersection, still snow on some of those streets, so that's why we're seeing the delays. We're going to talk a little bit more about weather and traffic after the break and every 10 minutes here on 11 News this morning. 5:19 right now. We know a lot of you are not comfortable with Facebook compiling your personal information to generate targeted ads. But here's the deal. They are not the only ones who are doing that. Clickstream data is a history of web pages that you visit online. It's collected using cookies, which are tiny text files embedded into websites. Clickstream data includes your search history, purchase history, and social media profile data. Now, all of that is used to create targeted ads for stuff that you might buy. If you're not comfortable with that, cookies can be disabled. The setting can be found in any web browser's settings or privacy tab. Also, keep in mind that cookies cannot plant computer viruses. They cannot collect personal information from a hard drive. And there are new flights out of DIA, where those flights are headed, and the deal that you can take advantage of right now. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to 11 News this morning. We're taking a live look outside in Monument to start the day. Yeah, it's cold out there. We're also dealing with some snow on some of the side roads. I-25 looking pretty okay, but just so you're aware, you might need a couple more minutes as you're getting out of your neighborhood. A number of local businesses continue to help federal workers who aren't getting paid because of the ongoing shutdown. The McDivitt Law Firm is giving out more $40 King Soopers gift cards to those families today. The event was actually extended because of the snow. All you need to know or do is go to one of their offices in Colorado Springs or Pueblo between 8 and 5 and bring your federal ID. We do have a list of other businesses and organizations helping out families affected by the shutdown. Just go to kktv.com and click on Find It. It's now 5:24. Every 2 hours, someone in the U.S. is killed while walking. That's according to a new report from the National Complete Streets Coalition. Their report found that pedestrian deaths are on the rise, and distracted driving, of course, is a factor. But researchers also found modern streets are often wide with higher speed limits and longer blocks. Because there are fewer lights and crosswalks, pedestrians tend to run across where they shouldn't, just like these people. Now, in addition, people are driving more and often in larger vehicles. The coalition is calling on Congress to make changes like lowering speed limits in areas where there's a lot of foot traffic and adding more crosswalks with ample time to get across them.
New flights will start anywhere from the end of April to the end of May, so we're a few months out.
And I believe there's a deadline to be able to buy those.
Probably,
for the good deal.
The special promotional price probably expires.
Yeah, so look that up. 5:26 right now. Let's send things back over to our meteorologist, Sydney Jackson, for a look at the day ahead. It is a very, yesterday was snowy. This morning is extra cold. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebekah Hager.
I'm Adam Atchison. Before we get to the 11 breaking weather leader, we do have some school delays to come, and we'll update you. We've been doing that throughout the course of the past hour as more have been coming in, and there will likely be a few others.
Yeah, and you'll notice those side streets. You can tell why some of them are on a 2-hour delay. Let's check in with our 11 breaking weather leaders for more on that. Good morning, guys.
Yeah, good morning, Sydney. We've been morning commute. Adam, Rebekah, back to you.
Thank you. Right now, let's give you a closer look at the roads so you can see exactly what you're up against if you head out early this morning.
It's important to get down to the side streets. Reporter Jenna Middaugh is live. She's in the passenger seat this morning as our crew drives throughout El Paso County. Jenna.
Reporting live on Briargate, Jenna Middaugh, KKTV 11 News.
All right, Jenna, yeah, you can definitely tell this road does not look clear. Thank you.
That's right.
Right now, police need your help to find a man who's been missing since Monday morning. We're told Benjamin Flora walked away from a home for adults with mental illnesses near downtown Colorado Springs. He did not tell the staff where he was going, and they haven't seen him since. Flora is described as 6 feet tall with a thin build, weighing about 165 pounds. He has long brown hair and a long beard. He may be carrying a backpack. If you happen to see him, please give police a call. Your time is 5:37. Lawmakers in Washington are getting ready to take another shot at ending the longest government shutdown in history. Tomorrow, the Senate will hold dueling votes to reopen the government. Now, one bill is built around President Trump's proposal. It involves exchanging temporary protections for some immigrants for border wall funding. The other is a bill put forward by House Democrats. It funds the government through February 8th without wall funding. However, neither appear to have votes to succeed. If the shutdown continues, a lot of federal workers will miss a second paycheck on Friday. At 5:39 right now, we have another update on the possibility of former Governor John Hickenlooper running for president. Hickenlooper told CNN last night he hopes to make a decision by March. In the meantime, he is testing the waters this weekend. He's traveling to the critical early caucus state of Iowa. Hickenlooper served as Colorado's governor from 2011 to just this year.
5:39 now. We have an important heads up about scams going after federal workers affected by the ongoing shutdown.
And if you're planning on using your phone for banking at some point today, we have some advice for you from cyber experts. Later on, the easy steps you can take this morning to keep your information safe. Get a look outside before we head to break here in Colorado Springs, Highway 94 and Mark Shuffle this morning. We're keeping an eye on weather and traffic. Yesterday, of course, was a huge morning for all of that. Still seeing some of the effects today, so stay with us as we provide updates throughout the morning. We have an 11 call for action alert for all federal workers affected by this shutdown. According to Consumer Reports, scammers are targeting you, people low on cash that could miss another paycheck on Friday. Now, the scams can take different forms, including fake employment offers for jobs, callers looking for personal information, or maybe fake charities claiming to help federal workers. Experts add that you should especially be wary of predatory lenders. Make sure to read through all loans carefully before you sign anything. Thank you. Things are getting back to normal at one of the country's busiest airports this morning. Newark Liberty International stopped flights yesterday afternoon when drones were spotted nearby. One pilot said she was only 20 to 30 feet from his plane. Now, CBS News reports drone sightings near airports have been on the rise for years, and the FAA receives about 100 sightings a month. Passengers traveling through Newark yesterday said the last thing they wanted to deal with are delays caused by drones. Now, this development comes after drones were spotted at London's Gatwick Airport last month. Those drones paralyzed holiday travel for the better part of 2 days.
More Wi-Fi. Most of those networks apparently lack basic security measures, and hackers can intercept your data. I've been guilty of that, though, before. Something you don't think about sometimes when you're on public Wi-Fi.
It is just so incredibly convenient to bank on your phone.
It is. I guess use the app is the message there. Download that if you can. If you got room
Be
on your
safe.
phone.
Good passwords, too. Those are always important. We've got to take another quick break before we hit the top of the hour. Let's get a look outside before we go so you are prepared for what's happening out there. Here's Colorado Springs I-25. We're keeping an eye on the roads this morning. I-25 has been looking just fine, but we are still seeing some issues from yesterday's snowstorm on a lot of the side roads. Jordan's been talking about that. We've got Jenna out there as well, getting a closer look. So stay with us as we keep you updated on all of those things.
She was armed with a gun and went into this home to scare off a group of crooks who had been in there just minutes before on her daughter's surveillance video system. The police are still looking for the other two you see in these pictures.
That video gets me every time. She's such a brave
She
woman.
was brave.
All right, 6:55. We just got an 11 breaking news alert into our newsroom. The Fremont County Sheriff's Office firefighters are also on their way to a structure fire in Canyon City. Investigators say it's happening on Cedar Avenue, which is part of Highway 115 in Canyon City. This could cause some traffic issues in the area if you happen to drive that way for work. We are going to try to get some more information on that and have it in one of our updates, which are every half hour here after 11 News this morning.
We're closing in on 7 o'clock. Here's what's coming up on CBS.
Hours today, we're back into the 40s for many of us and dry.
Okay, a lot of kids going back to school.
Yes.
2 hours late today. So
Bundle up.
check that out. We'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. Have a good day.